The goal of this is to review Chapter 7, Part 1, all about multiplying polynomials and putting them in standard form for finals. So this unit started off by taking polynomials and we wanted to write them in standard form. So standard form means the highest degree comes first. So if you look at these three terms, the highest degree means the highest exponent. So the negative 6x to the third would come first. The next highest exponent would be the 4x squared because your exponent there is 2. And then the lowest exponent we see would be an exponent of 1 because 5x has an exponent of 1 there. So naming it by degree means you're going to find the highest degree in the polynomial, and you have to remember what something that is raised to the third power is called. So something to the 0 power, meaning just a number, that is a constant. Something to the first power is called a linear. Second power is quadratic. Third power is cubic. Fourth power is quartic. Fifth power is quintic. And anything 6 or more is known as an nth degree. So for instance, if we have something that is a 6th degree or the degree of 6, we would just call it the 6th degree polynomial. So for this one, because your degree here is 3, that makes this a cubic polynomial. To name something based off of the number of terms, you're going to look at how many different separate terms are there that are separated by a minus sign or a plus sign. So we have 1, 2, 3 different terms. So for this one, if something is just one term, that was a monomial. If something was 2 terms, that was a binomial. 3 terms was a trinomial. And anything 4 or more terms, that is known as a polynomial. And so for this one having 3 terms, we would call this a trinomial. Then, after we were able to write things in standard form and everything, we started adding and subtracting polynomials. So looking at this, what we want to do if there's addition in between is we want to find all of the like terms and group them all together. So 2x squared and negative 4x squared should go together. When those get put together, the 2 and the negative 4 would become negative 2, and the term itself stays the same, so it's x squared. Next, I see an x term, so I'm going to go for those next. The negative 4x and the 8x would combine to be a positive 4x. And then the last 3 would be the plus 7 and the minus 3, making it a plus 4. You'll notice as I did that, I wrote it in standard form with the squared term first, then the first degree, and then the constant. So this is a cubic, nope, it's a quadratic trinomial. When we had something that had a minus sign in between, we said, okay, we don't like that minus sign there, so we're going to take and distribute this negative sign to everything after it. So we're going to write minus 8x plus 4x squared and plus 3. Now what we're going to do is combine like terms from this stage of the game. So 2x squared and 4x squared would be 6x squared. Negative 4x and negative 8x would be negative 12x. And 7 and 3 would be 10. So that's your answer when you had those two same things but with a minus sign in between. So after we got good at adding and subtracting polynomials, then what we did is we started multiplying polynomials. So we're going to take this first outside term here and we're going to distribute it to each term inside the parentheses here. So our first two are going to be 2x squared y times 3xy. So we're going to do 2 times 3. We're going to combine our x's. So overall there are 3 in total. And we're going to combine our y's. So there's 2 in total. That's your first term. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and distribute, I ended that box. There we go. We're going to distribute 2x squared y to our middle term. So the 2 and the negative 5, when we multiply them, becomes negative 10. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th because you're adding your exponents, and you have just a y term there. And then our last one would be 2 times 4, x squared times x, and y times y squared. So this would be our final answer. So then we got to multiply polynomials times each other. So we have two binomials because they have two terms being multiplied. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this 3x and we're going to multiply it by both the 2x and the 1. So 3x times 2x gives us 6x squared. 3x times 1 would give us 3x. Then we're going to distribute the negative 4 to everything in the second parentheses as well. So negative 4 times 2x is negative 8x, and negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. After that, you're going to go ahead and combine like terms and get 6x squared minus 5x minus 4. For 14 here, we're going to use the same idea. It's just that we have 1, 2, 3 separate terms that we have to distribute to the second set of parentheses. So if I do this first one, x squared times x gives us x cubed. X squared times negative 2 gives us negative 2x squared. And then the x times x gives us x squared. X times negative 2 should give us a negative 2x. And our last one, 1 times x and 1 times negative 2. After you distribute all of that, now it's an issue of combining like terms. So we have x cubed, a negative 1x squared, a negative 1x, and a negative 2. This would be our final answer. And our very last thing in Chapter 7, Part 1, was then taking that idea and having this squared on the outside. So do not, I repeat, do not do this. Do not distribute the square and say 4x squared plus 9, boom, I'm done. That is wrong, okay? Squaring something means multiplying it by itself. So what we did is we crossed this off and we said we really have 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3. So now we're going to go ahead and distribute 2x times 2x to get 4x squared. 2x times 3 would give us 6x. 3 times 2x would give us 6x. And 3 times 3 would give us 9. We would then combine like terms and get 4x squared plus 12x plus 9 as our final answer. And then our last one here, number 16, the square again, you look at it and you say square means I'm writing it twice. So we have 4x minus 1 times 4x minus 1. 4x times 4x is 16x squared. 4x times negative 1 is negative 4x. Negative 1 times 4x is negative 4x. And negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. And after combining like terms, our final answer would be 16x squared minus 8x plus 1. So thanks very much for listening. If this helped, let me know if you do have any questions.